Yo, what's up? Lil Xan here, and you're watching Lyrical Lemonade, you bitch. It's funny that we're talking about that. We were just watching videos of me being a fan. Um, I was a fan of Stephen Cannon and Eris Ray, and they had a show at this venue called Los Globos, and I was just a photographer. Like everybody knows that story. Um, so I went to their show. I waited a ridiculous amount of time. Like I got there hours early, and it wasn't even a show like that. You know what I mean? And then they finally showed up. I see Steven, I'm like a little starstruck. So like, I start, I'm like, can I get a picture with you? I wish I still had those. Um, and then I kind of annoyed the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? I don't know, I was just a kid, bro. So he performs, I see him out back. I start taking pictures. I'm like, can I take pictures of y'all? They're like, yeah, fuck it. Start taking pictures of them. That night ends, it's whatever. Memory card deletes. All those pictures get deleted. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be so mad at me. Like, I was all freaking out. Like, I don't have the pictures. And then I just keep following. Like, it sounds creepy, but I just keep following all his shows, cause I'm like, well, this is my entry into like how I can get plugged in as a photographer. Just keep kicking it with rappers, and none of us were really big, obviously, and Steven was still coming up. So I just kept following him until they eventually were like, okay, he shows a lot of dedication, so let's just fuck with him. So they started fucking with me. And then, the whole camera got stolen thing, and then they were rappers, so I was like, fuck it, I want to be a rapper. So I started rapping. And at first, we just did it as a hobby, just throwing out music via the internet. Nothing serious, Trying to fix my head. Nothing serious. And then, like, his stuff started going crazy a little bit. And I was like, damn. Like, that feeling, like, just being around, like, that shit, seeing, like, a song go crazy, I was like, man, there's something real special about this, like, what we're doing. Like, I felt like what we were doing was so special. And we just kept at it, and until shit fucking started finally working for us and going in our favor. And then as far as what, like, people change, everybody changes, you know what I mean? Ask any rapper, man. You start getting a little bit of fame, money, people start acting different. We've had to cut more than half of the people we used to fuck with off because they became weirdos or they expected some shit from us. And it's like a bittersweet thing with this rap shit. It's like you come up, it's great, it's a blessing, I can afford shit, but you had to burn bridges, you had to do a lot of shit. Like, so I'll say like that whole aspect's bittersweet, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else with any other team than where I'm at right now, so I'm pretty content with that. I think maybe for how I came up with the whole, like how I came up as like a fan, I love my fans. Like when they see me in public, I'll never be like, nah, you can't not take a picture. Who am I? Like, what do you become at that point if you're really denying the people buying your merchandise, the people showing up to your concerts? Just a simple picture, you know what I mean? Like I know a lot of rappers that are assholes and they would just be like, nah, like, man, you gotta treat your fans with like everything, man. Your fans, to me, in my opinion, fans are like everything, man. Like there wouldn't have been no Lil Xan show in Chicago yesterday if fans didn't show up. So I try to give back as much as they put in, you know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, they're everything. So I try to, give them good content, just good music, positivity. I just try to really, and with this whole Xanarchy thing, I'm trying to make it like an outlet for them to like relate. You know what I mean? Because like we all, not all, but if you have anxiety, you know what's good. If you suffer through addiction, you know what's good. And I'm starting to realize that Xanarchy is like that outlet for like the kids who suffer through that and don't really have a voice or someone to relate to. And I get like DMs all the time saying like, you know, how much I've helped them and stuff, and that's like what I do it for, is like just to know that I'm helping people like through hard times that I went through, you know.
Kind of speaking on the anxiety, so like what are some things that give you anxiety, and how do you get through some of the things you
Things that give me anxiety, it's all internal. It's like in my brain. It's something I can't shut off. It's like I see like a psychiatrist and shit. They told me like I'll always just be living in like the fast lane in my head. Just some people just suffer from it. But like before I go on to a show, there's videos you see me doing weird little mannerisms. I'm doing weird little mannerisms right now. But like there's like a video where I just like slap my knee 3 times before I go out. But the strangest thing is when I go out on stage, I have no anxiety. I'm at total peace with everything. But things that give me anxiety is me. It's my brain. It's like a battle within myself. It's just my brain telling me I'm dying. My brain telling me I can't breathe. It's just in order to fix it for me, we all have our little rituals and shit that we go through. But for me, I just gotta tell myself that it's all in your head. Because at the end of the day, it is all in your fucking head. And you gotta be strong enough to not turn to medications and stuff, you know, because that led me down a really dark fucking path. But yeah, I'm getting better. Hopefully one day it won't be a thing, you know. Misconceptions, they don't do their research. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they'll comment on my pictures and be like, stop promoting Xans. And I'm like, come on, now, how many times I gotta fucking say that I don't promote the goddamn drug? I get it, my name is Lil Xan, so in a sense it's just promoting it against my will, and that's where the name change. I want to change my name to Diego just to, you know, cut that off. Misconceptions, you know, I'm just a fucking junkie out here, you know, not, you know, just like, man, they just, like I mean, I'm not gonna name any people, but even like people, the alumni of hip hop have tweeted me and just been like, who is this fuck ass person? Yeah, I had told him, I had went in, I had like DM'd him and I was like, I'm a fan of y'all. I love ASAP, you know what I mean? I just wanted to know where the negativity was coming from, and he responded like very politely back to me, like, oh man, he's like, I didn't know, you know, I'm gonna give your music a second listen. And we resolved that situation right then and there. And I think that's the best way to, if that comes up, to resolve it, just try to talk to him. But most people don't want to listen. You know what I mean? They're stuck in their ways. They just care about what they think is right and all that. But I'll always try to resolve something if I feel like it ain't right, and that situation, I'm glad it resolved the way it is.
What are some things that you've learned about the industry, about the music game, you know, with this kind of immediate success? Like, what are some things that caught you by surprise?
Well, I have 2 great managers, Stack Quo, legend, and DJ More Millions, and as I've gone through this whole, like, I'm still new, like, to this, you know. Every day I tell people, like, I'm still getting used to this. We're on tour right now, and every day I'm missing home like crazy and shit. But they've taught me, like, everything that I know today. They're geniuses, both my managers, and they've really, like, helped me, guide me in a situation. They'll tell me how to handle it, this situation, this scenario. you know, and like I said, like they're really respectable, good people that have been in the industry and they know a lot about it. And I think they're the best teachers. And they've just taught me as I've gone through this, like how to handle social media, image, everything. I would probably be fucking up right now if I didn't have them. Yeah, I think when Slingshot hit like 1 million plays in a month on the video, I was like, oh shit. I was used to like 100,000 plays in maybe 3 months. So this was like, oh shit, people are really fucking with what I'm doing. And then the Betrayed video was definitely like, when we dropped that shit and it got 1 million in under 24 hours, I was like, fuck, how far is this song gonna go? 6 months later, it's 126 million, still getting more than 1 million a day. I'm like, when is, you know, isn't this shit supposed to have slowed down already? But it's not, and none of the music is slowing down. And life just keeps presenting like these great opportunities, and I'm gonna keep accepting them and taking them and thanking God every day. I think it's worked mostly in my favor. I think when we dropped Betrayed, the reason it did so good was like because the name was like Lil Xan, and they wanted to click on it because they were like, what the fuck is Lil Xan gonna sound like? And then they were pleasantly surprised when it wasn't like no mumble shit or something, and they liked like the song and all that. I think it definitely played like, it was almost maybe like some clickbait, you know what I mean? Just the name Lil Xan, but it worked in my favor so well. And I think it's still working in my favor because people want to check out an artist named Lil Xan just like to see what the hype's about, and then they're pleasantly surprised at what they get back, you know? I think that's what it is. I look Caucasian, so people think, you know, it's just a white rapper. No, my name is Diego Llanos. I'm pretty Hispanic. Sorry, it's just funny. I don't get mad because look at me, I look fucking white as hell. So I can't just sit here and be like, man, I'm not white. Like I don't like you said, I don't really care too much into it. But I mean, I let people know when they ask, you know, I'm of a Hispanic descent, and there's not really a lot of Latino, Hispanic rappers really in the game doing it. So, you know, I hope to see more in the near future, I guess I could say. Total Xanarchy. You could expect, like I said, an evolution. You've heard it. It's definitely an evolution of the sound. It's really gonna blow people's minds because it's got better songs than Betrayed, in my opinion, on it. So it's really gonna be like a statement. Like, I got, you know, the more Betrayed-esque songs, and then I have just ignorant bangers. You know, I'm really trying to give everybody what they want. And as far as features go, 2 Chainz, YG, Ray Shremmerd, and we got this track with Diplo. It's just insane. Production from Fool, Bobby Johnson, Danny Wolf. This album is gonna change a lot of things, I think. I'm excited to show y'all.
So that's, I'm sure, a lot of dream collabs right there.
Yeah.
What are some dream collabs moving forward that you'd like to do? I know you love Mac Miller.
Definitely.
I know a lot of people know that. So who are some other people?
Drake's another one, man. Drake's just he's just on top of the world at like every instance. I would really like to work with Drake. SZA would be super dope. More female artists I'd like to work with. a lot to name. But SZA and Drake would be some dope ass collabs. Oh yeah, my friend Ethan Kukowski, he's a Carl from Shameless. Jake introduced us a long time ago. He's actually a good friend now. I would do acting. I like acting. I did a couple plays as a kid. Nothing crazy. I actually just got an agent for acting too, ironically. I could see myself doing acting. I want to mainly focus on my brand. I want to make sure my brand is what I want it to be and goes where I want it to be, to a point where it's just, comfortable, like the message, the merchandise, the music. That's what I want to really focus on, is branding that and branding me as a person. Just evolving everything. Just everything is got to keep evolving, That's where I stand with that. I could show up to my Christmas parties wearing grills in my mouth. Couldn't do that before. When I got my first face tattoo, I was like the black sheep of the family at that point. They disowned me. I'd already dropped out of school and all that. So they were like, he's going fucking nowhere and shit. So I lost touch with my family. But came back around. Success is respectable. So I'm not trying to diss my family at all. I love my family. But we definitely got closer once the success came back in. Success is the best revenge, as I think Tyler said in one of his songs. Yonkers. Yeah, definitely show up to the Christmas parties in both my grills now. I didn't think it was gonna be all that, you know what I mean? It kind of just happened the way it did. I put on Instagram and Twitter like a spot to meet me in my hometown with a 4-hour notice. And I thought 50 people would show up, but it was more like 2,000-3,000. There's videos on YouTube. Police helicopters came out, SWAT team, to the point where they had to put me in the back of their car for my own safety. And I got fined a lot of money because kids started fucking up cars and shit. Was it worth it? Hell yeah, it was worth it. It was the first moment I kind of felt like a rock star, and I was in my own city. I didn't think I'd ever see that, The city never seen that. They put me on their influencer program. I guess that's their way of sponsoring me. My favorite brand, MCM, I'm sure everybody knows that. I get tagged in all of it. I think it's just the best, I mean, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I've lost probably 7, 8 of these bags. That's bad, I know it's bad. I just want to be comfortable. I want to have less anxiety. My family, I want to make sure they're comfortable. I want to still be living with them, at that point. Just want to be comfortable,